Hey everybody, the Bong is back. Welcome to part 30, and yes, the actual part 30 of Let's Play Final Fantasy III for the NES, brought to you by GameAnyone.com. Okay, we're gonna head over to the Cave of Darkness, and like I said in the description of part 29, that I made Retro Mystic Knight as well. I mean, it's only fair to have like another physical fighter to be a Mystic Knight, because originally he's a Karateka, and if I bring him over to the Cave of Darkness to attack enemies and they'll split, and it's gonna cause some problems. Anyways, to get to the Cave of Darkness, you gotta do a whole lot of jumping over mountains. You gotta like go through a correct path to do so. And yes, you will be dealing with enemies while you're flying, but luckily the Invincible is armed with a cannon that'll inflict damage to enemies automatically. Not enough to kill them, but it'll do. You'll have to do the killing yourself. And that's just fine. Frig. And you know how this is gonna go. I mean, luckily these are the same enemies you found in the Dalu continent on the way to Dorga's house. So there's nothing new here, or anything to keep you preoccupied for too long. Remember, there's only one pathway to get to the Cave of Darkness. And along that pathway you might find some shortcuts or alternate routes. But this is the main one you gotta take. Okay, these enemies, like I said before, they're a bit easy. In fact, you'll actually get more experience fighting these enemies than the ones you'll fight in the Cave of Darkness, for crying out loud. Due to the fact they split, they give you shitty experience, but they do give you plenty good gold and capacity points if you need them. Okay, I'm gonna do an in-game save over here. It's only fair. Okay, time to enter the Cave of Darkness, probably one of the most annoying dungeons in the game before you get to the last part. Oh, let's do this. Okay, there are death claws here too. Most of the enemies you find here, you've already fought before. There are a couple new ones, and some enemies in here don't split. That's probably where you're gonna get the most experience too. See, it's so much better to have another Mystic Knight. Okay, there's a little shortcut over here. You gotta look at the walls carefully. If you see like a little black spot there, that's an indication there's a hidden passage. Oh, great, an ambush. Let's see. Ice 3. And Cure 2. Rakira, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, this place is very massive, let me tell ya. I came from Fargabaad to improve my skills. The monsters here can't be killed with normal swords. Instead, they'll just split in two. God, how many times do you need to be reminded of this, really? Okay, you're gonna see a lot of battles edited out. Trust me on this one. Alright, let's get a move on. Oh, God's Wine. Cool. You alright? Seems I was not experienced enough. Please take this. Ah, Kotetsu's sword, and you're dead. Okay, Retro got an Ashura, unfortunately, but let's give him another Kotetsu. There, he should do a little bit better. Let's get a move on. Okay, that room wasn't too bad. I mean, later on in the game, like in this dungeon, you'll
find more complicated floors. Like so many secret passages, some that just take you to dead ends. That's where it gets to be a bitch. And we don't like bitches here.
Or do we? Depends on how fast they put out, but whatever. Once again, let's go. Oh, another treasure. Yeah, Paralyzer. I wonder what it does, derp! Okay, let's get a move on. I wouldn't consider this a place to gain levels, but at least my skill levels will go up. I mean, that's good news, at least. It'll keep me somewhat preoccupied and get a little bit stronger in battle. But I mean, it's just the same stuff over and over again. I wouldn't really consider it tough, even though the enemies hit you hard. I mean, the battles themselves are easy. And then they just get boring. Ah, Lilith Kiss, that casts Drain as an item. I mean, I think the battles that I won't edit are ones like one enemy that you can easily dispatch.
Like Death Claws, for instance. Usually they come in groups of one and they're quite easy. Like big groups of enemies like Cyrnos and Garb, I'll just edit out because they'll just take too much time. These enemies will hardly take any time at all.
Oh, gotta go to the left now. Because, you know, I don't have any hints on where I'm supposed to go once I'm inside a secret passage. Alright, let's continue. This is not the right way to go. Fuck. But anyways, this is where you need to go if you want to get some treasure. On a high potion, that's always nice. So I'll probably be burning through these if I want to save on my cure spells. Okay, this is the right way you want to go to get to the treasure. That other way down there, they just loop. Oh, a couple Haniels and Balfreys are here too. I say later on in the game, or later on in this dungeon, actually find some new enemies that'll be a bit tougher. Well, I got the Genji Glove, that's always nice. Defense goes up by 9, cool. Well, at least the Genji Glove, you don't have to, like, equip a weapon on each hand, because you can already do it. All it does here is give you extra defense. Which is always nice. Okay, let's get out of this room, because it's starting to get a bit boring! I mean, what's so fun about a cave that loops around? There's like all the hallways that loop around, really. With only one chest. I mean, there's not a whole lot to say in an RPG, really. You can try your best, and it's kind of hard to do. You try your best to come up with things to say that are a bit funny, and after a while, it just wears on you the longer you're in a dungeon. Alright, this is the way we gotta go, here. No, there's only one way, really. And you wanna go through the second. As I was about to say before I was rudely interrupted, you gotta go through the second hole. The others take you nowhere, and some just loop around each other. Okay, now the background's a bit blue. Bit neat. I'd like to know who designed the Cave of Darkness. I mean, the top parts are purple, now we get deeper, it's a bit blue now. I don't know whoever thought of that, saying like, hey, you know what, I want those bottom floors there to be blue, you know?
I want it blue, like the top part purple, and the bottom part of that, I don't really know, I don't really care. No, go green, I guess, or something. Or vomit color. Like, who decides the colors like the deepest parts of the Cave of Darkness, really now? Who has a goal to do that?
Why can't it just all be the same? Then again, it would just get boring. Ah, Kiku's sword. I can get rid of the Kotetsu now. Remember, I'm the main Mystic Knight here, that's why I get the best stuff. Fuck you, Retro. I mean, you're not really supposed to be a Mystic Knight, you're really a Karateka. You know? You just know your role. Please don't ban me from the group. Nah, just kidding. Anyways, now that we can do some extra damage, things are gonna get a little easier. Then again, my Mystic Knights have been poning these enemies in one hit anyway. Well, most enemies in one hit, but you get the idea. Alright, let's get a move on. Let's get even deeper in this strange cave. Alright, let's get through this winding hallway over here. These enemies are worse than the Ninja Gaiden birds. A few steps and already they're coming after your ass. They don't waste any time at all, they want your blood. Couldn't even get one sentence in before I was already thrust into an enemy encounter. Okay, let's continue. Oh, we're still on the blue floor now. I like blue. Same color as the Maple Leafs. Well, Toronto Maple Leafs, really. I mean, at least once I do battles off footage, I can actually heal off footage, too. I mean, wouldn't you rather that than actually watch me put in, like, potions all the time, or high potions? Oh, here's some new enemies. Hellhorse and Kronos. The Kronos will split, but the Hellhorse will not. You don't have to worry about the Hellhorse splitting on you. It's actually one of those enemies you can actually get a real good amount of experience, which is great news. So let's go take them out. I think now we're starting to see some new enemies. Even palette swaps of enemies that are already here. Man, I wish I can do 4,000 points of damage every single time I attack. No matter who I'm hitting. That'd be so great. Here. Hellhorse doesn't have a lot of HP either. Oh, that's the first time we gained EXP in quadruple digits for a long time. Yay. Ooh, Genji shield. I don't use shield, so it's not important. Yeah, it's always nice to get treasure that you're not even going to use for the rest of the game unless you decide to use shields. But this is all about completion, so why not? Okay, just a little closer. We're almost done. Not a moment too soon. Ah, here's a new one. I mean, Vesago. This one splits too. I think the Hellhorse is the only enemy in this entire dungeon that does not split. That's a bit sad, don't you think? That the only time you can get some good amount of experience is fighting Hellhorses, and you don't see them until you get to the blue part of the Cave of Darkness. I really need to breathe in more often. You know, like breathe while I'm talking. That's sad. Okay, it looks aqua, turquoise, or teal, whatever it is, I don't care. So apparently there is a greater basement. I got a Genji helm. Finally, the first helmet for a Mystic Knight. About time. Alright, can't believe it's been this long. Finally got our first helm for the Mystic Knight. Too bad you can't buy them. Oh great, a whole army here to deal with. Ah, what the hell, I'll let this fight pass. Why not? I mean, I'm gonna be turboing the turns anyway. Okay, these enemies don't split, so just go all out. Oh, still didn't gain a level. Okay, yeah, I gotta go this way apparently. Down or right, go. Okay, like I said, we go right, and then we go up and through this passage. Okay, this is the last room, finally. Oh, another chest. Well, I was gonna check it out before I got interrupted by another enemy battle, of course. Genji armor. Oh, great. Yeah, I'll put this on myself, too. God, I feel bad for Retro. He's a Mystic Knight, too. I'm hardly giving him anything. All he got is a couple Kotetsu blades. Wow, to think, all the way to the bottom there's finally a source of water. I don't even know if the water's drinkable. Wow, I can't believe it, I actually gained a level here in Cave of Darkness. Got the level 42 from fighting Hellhorses. Ah, feels great to be a little bit stronger. Okay, we gotta go through the right and go through one last secret passage. Couple Hellhorses. Don't need to worry and plan with these guys. Okay, keep going, keep going. Oh, I can't believe I had to interrupt recording 21 times just to get all this footage, all between battles. Okay, here's the Earth Fang. We finally found it. And now we gotta take on a boss to get it. So I'm gonna stop the video right here. Next part, we are going to take on the boss called Hecaton. Alright, see you later, everyone. Let's get this battle over with.